Well, we made it back to the homestead. We've got the 2 sows and the boar in the trailer. The 3 feeder pigs that we're going to be raising this year for meat are still in the back of the truck, so we need to get them out in a little bit. But we're going to unload these guys first. We all the way home every little while we're like, can you believe we're actually getting some pigs to breed and raise? It's absolutely amazing to us. We didn't think we would do this, but we're super excited that we are.
Everything at Cindy and Dwayne's house went really smoothly. You can tell that they have been farming for a long time. They have it all figured out. Got more tips and tricks that we learned from them while we were there. But it is exciting to have them home. On the way there and the way back, I told Kevin, I just want to get home. I just want to get home with the pigs so that everything is safe and done. Just makes me a little bit nervous traveling with the trailer. I don't know. So I'm just glad to be home.
Right. It's about an hour and a half drive to where we got them. And so we're glad to be home. We have been absolutely amazed. When we got home, we checked on the pigs to make sure that they were okay in the back of the truck, in the back of the trailer. These pigs are so mellow. In the past, when we've brought pigs home, they're just, I don't know.
Super nervous.
Yeah, they're nervous. They're pooping all over the place. When we got home, all 3 of these guys were sleeping in the back of the trailer. In fact, they're still sleeping back there. I just checked on them before we started the camera, and I actually heard one of the sows back there just snoring away. She could care less that she's even in a trailer. And then I peeked over on the other side, and Charlie is sound asleep as well. And so are all 3 of the feeder pigs. It's just crazy to us that these guys are so mellow. Hopefully they wake up to get out of the trailer and realize that they're at their new home. All right, let's get going. All right, we've got the trailer backed up for Charlie. Let's see if he'll come out. If he'll wake up from his nap.
I heard him.
You ready for your new home, Charlie?
Make sure he doesn't get out the other side. I'll hold it. Hey, Charlie.
He's sound asleep.
Come on.
He's sound asleep.
Come on. Wake him up. Pat him.
Hey, Charlie. Come on.
Come on. Here we go. Don't let him get up over it.
There we go,
There,
Charlie.
Charlie. Close gate.
There's your new
Here's
home.
your new place.
All right, we're going to let him explore a little bit. We're going to go over and get the sows out. All right, I've got the trailer backed up for the sows. Let's try to get them out. Hopefully they woke up from their nap already and they're not sleeping like Charlie was. Ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna have some food for them just in case. They're sound asleep.
Hey, girls.
Come on, girls.
Come on, girls.
Hey, time to get up. Hey, time to wake up.
Come on, girls. There we go. Come on. She's gonna try to get up.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
All right, there they go. Let's get them some food. Come on, girls.
Yeah. There they are.
All right, they're both in. They're distracted by some food. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go get the babies. We're gonna bring them over to their pen, and then everybody will be set.
Are we bringing you entertainment?
He wants to find out who her new neighbors are.
All right, let's bring them out.
All right, now it's time for the babies. Now, there's no really gentle way to get babies out, so we have to grab them by the feet, put them over the fence. I already put plenty of good non-GMO feed in their feeders, so hopefully they will find that quickly and be ready to just move into their new home.
Here you go.
Woo! Number one. Number two. And number three. Hey guys. Well, we are so happy to have all 6 of these pigs here on our homestead. They are settling in well, but we're going to just leave them alone for a while. We're going to leave them overnight. We'll bring you guys back along in the morning when we come out to check on them. Well, good morning, everybody. It's actually 2 days later. We wanted to bring you guys along yesterday, the day after we got the pigs, but it poured the entire day. We have gotten so much rain already this year. We've gotten over 15 inches of rain since January, and by the end of this week we're supposed to get another 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. It just seems like it never stops. Our ground is literally like walking on a sponge. We're even concerned that we may not be able to get our gardens completely planted this year if things don't change and things don't start to dry up.
It just seems like it rains and then we get 1 or maybe 2 days of reprieve and then it rains again. So the ground never has an opportunity to dry out at all. It's just a big mud pit everywhere here on the homestead. And I know a lot of you in this part of the country are also feeling the same way. We just need to start praying for a little bit less rain, or hey, maybe save some of that rain for in the middle of the summer when it typically dries up.
Yeah. But we don't want to be all doom and gloom here on the homestead, so let's go down and take a look at the pigs, see how they're doing today. I've got their feed. We're actually measuring out the feed for the 2 girls and the boar, Charlie. So the 2 sows are going to be getting 6 pounds of feed a day. So we're going to feed them twice a day, so it's 3 pounds in the morning and 3 pounds in the evening. And then Charlie, he's getting 4 pounds of feed a day because he's a little bit bigger, so we're going to give him 2 pounds in the morning and 2 pounds in the evening.
But first, before we go down there, we need to let out the birds.
Let's go check on the Cornish cross chicks. They're 3 weeks old today. They're still in their brooder. And because of the rain, we may have to keep them in there a little longer. Normally at 3 weeks is when we move them out to the chicken tractors. But we're going to have to keep a close eye on the weather this week and see. We may have to keep them in their brooder for another week. But they're doing okay in there. They're growing super fast. I'm amazed at how much feed they're going through. Let's go take a look at them. Morning, chicks. Well, looks like everybody's up and moving around for the day. But they definitely need food and water. Now again, they are 3 weeks old actually today. And I'm very happy. We're trying a new type of feed this year. We're actually doing completely non-GMO feed this year. And I wasn't sure if they would grow as quickly as they did on, you know, just regular standard feed, but it sure looks like they are to me. So I'm very happy with the way that it's going so far with the non-GMO feed. All right, we need to fill up their waterers and give them some more food. And today, a couple things are going to happen. Today, I'm going to turn off their heat lamps completely. I've been raising them up, so they're probably not doing a whole lot of good at this point anyway. We're supposed to have some pretty warm weather this week, so I'm going to turn them off completely. They need to start hardening up. And then today is also the day that we start feeding them 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So I'll feed them now. Tonight, I'll come out, take their food away until tomorrow morning, or until the next morning. So you do that starting at 3 weeks old so that they grow a little bit slower, which may sound counterproductive, but these guys will actually just eat and eat and eat and eat, and they'll grow so fast that they have a lot of health problems from growing so fast. So by taking the food away overnight, it forces them to slow down a little bit. Now, a lot of the hatcheries will recommend that you actually start the 12 on, 12 off, starting at like 5 days old. We used to do that. We did that for quite a few years. But we found that by continuing to free feed them for the first 3 weeks, we end up with much bigger birds at the end in a shorter amount of time. And we haven't seen any effects of them. You know, during this first 3 weeks, yes, they're growing fast, but they're not getting so big that they have the health problems. But from here on out, they definitely need to be 12 on, 12 off.
Chickens are anxious to come out. Come on, turkeys.
Well, we've been hearing from a lot of you guys that you miss seeing the ducks come out for their morning run, so let's go let them out. All right, let's head down to the pigs and give them their food. All right, let's go check on the baby pigs first. Now, they're free fed, so I don't have to give them any feed. They already have feed in their pen. Well, it looks like they're still sound asleep. Well, I think we'll just let the babies keep sleeping for now. Let's go check on the two girls and our boar, Charlie. Well, looks like Charlie's still sleeping too. He looks like he's half in and half out of his house. Good morning, Charlie. You want your food? Looks like the girls are sleeping too, but they're waking up. I gave them this big pile of hay yesterday to eat, and they did eat some of it, but then it looks like they decided to turn it into a bed instead. The funny thing about pigs that I've learned raising them now for about 7 years is that you go to all this work to build them shelters, and the honest truth is, most of the time, they just want to be outside. Even if it's cold, even if it's raining, they like to be outside. Apparently they slept out here all night last night. Good morning. Morning, girls. Morning, Charlie. You want your breakfast? There you go. Let's go give the girls their food. Yes, I knew you would want your breakfast. Now, we already named this one. We've decided to name her Myrtle. But we're still thinking of a name for this one. So if you guys have any good ideas, let us know. What do you think, Myrtle? You ready for your breakfast? They're very friendly pigs. It's nice to have pigs back here on the farm. Well, we sure are happy with the pigs. I wanted to remind you guys that these are called Idaho Pasture Pigs, IPPs. This is a breed that was developed in 2006. It is a registered breed of pig, and they're perfect for the smaller homestead like ours. They're actually a cross of 3 different types of pig. They're a cross between a Duroc, an Old Berkshire, and a Cooney. So they get kind of the characteristics of all. They're supposed to have excellent meat like the Berkshires. They're supposed to have kind of the growth rate of the Duroc. And they're supposed to have the personality and temperament of the Cooney. They also have a very upturned nose like the Cooney, which makes them more of a pasture pig and less of a pig that's going to root and do a lot of damage. They're very good at eating grass, which is why we're giving them hay along with their feed, and they seem to really enjoy it. The nice thing about these as well is that they stay much smaller than a standard butcher hog, but they still grow up to butcher size in just about the same amount of time. So Charlie, he's about 400 pounds, maybe a little bit more. He might get just a little bit bigger yet, but not a whole lot bigger. And the 2 sows, Myrtle and her friend, they're about 300 pounds right now. They'll probably max out at about 350 pounds. But the babies that we got, who are only about 10 or 11 weeks old, they're still going to get up to that 200 to 250 pound range in about 8 to 10 months, which is awesome. That's about the perfect size to put them in the freezer.
We got 2 sows and a boar for breeding. This will be our first time breeding pigs here on our farm. We've always just bought a few feeder pigs every year to raise up for our family for food for a year. We thought now would be a great time to get some sows and boar to do our own breeding so that we can have the babies here on our homestead and raise them up rather than trying to locate pigs in our area. It's been kind of difficult to find pigs when we've wanted them. And so this is going to make things a lot easier. What that also means is that come next spring, we'll actually have piglets for sale. So that will be exciting. Now both of these sows have had litters before, so this won't be their first time, which helps us not be as nervous. But we're really happy to have these guys. One thing that Kevin and I have noticed is that not only are they personable, but they're very vocal. These 3 have been very vocal, much more so than any of the other pigs that we've had here on the homestead or in our urban homestead. They're also really calm. They're not very skittish. They don't scare very easily, and they're just mellow. Every time we come back here, they're just chilling, hanging out, most of the time sleeping, but I think we're gonna really enjoy these guys.
Well, it looks like Hope is enjoying her breakfast back here too. But we need to get back in the house. We need to get all of our milking supplies. We've got these chores done. We still have to milk yet this morning. So that's where we're gonna end today's video. You guys, we are so excited to have pigs back on the homestead, and this time as permanent residents. That is so exciting.
If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. And if you like our videos, make sure you share them with people you know on social media and even email. Any way you can share them, that'd be great. Until next time, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care and God bless.
God bless.